Anissa Coy here with Firehouse Education and this week's Ask Anissa video column. And this week we are doing another video on our fire series that we've been really honing in on, especially with the wildfires that have been going on in Los Angeles. This is February, March 2025 with the filming of this video. And that's kind of been a really heavy focus for most of us here in the US. So I want to be sure that if you have questions, that you guys shoot me an email with them. Please be sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, as well as go to firehouseeducation.com and subscribe to the blog so you don't miss out on any of the free trainings and tons of videos that we're putting out right now. Okay, lots of free education that you don't have to pay anything for. Just subscribe to it and we'll shoot it to your email inbox as soon as we put it up. And the other thing is that a magazine that has a ton and wealth of information in our industry is rnrmagonline.com. Go there, rnrmagonline.com, and please subscribe to their magazine as well as the e-newsletter, and you will get tons of information and keep up on all the latest and greatest news in our industry to help you be a better restorer and take care of your communities and clients in a big way. Okay. All right. So today what we're going to talk about is I'm getting asked a lot, what kind of equipment do I need to be able to go in and do this kind of work? So there's a lot of supplies that you need, or you could maybe call it equipment, but I would call it supplies that are more like kind of janitorial supplies, right? Like you need a HEPA vacuum, and you're going to need wall wash poles, and you're going to need obviously buckets and things like this to do the cleaning, because oftentimes in the wildfire scenario, we're doing what we call a clean in place. So we're not packing contents out and taking them somewhere else. We're doing the cleaning on site. So you're going to need like portable tables and things set up like that. Okay. Which also means then you need either vans or trailers, right? So that you can bring all of your supplies and equipment to the job site to be able to handle them. And what'll often happen, which is what we have found in a lot of cases, is we'll wind up on a street, we're doing the whole street. So we've got, 16, 17 houses on a street that we're doing. So we park a couple of trailers right there on the street so that we kind of have our command center, and then we go from there into the individual houses and do the work. As far as equipment that you're going to need, there's really two big pieces of equipment that you're going to need. And they're not like that big, and they're not that expensive, by the way. One is you need HEPA scrubbers, okay, HEPA air scrubbers. I really like to use the Dry-Use 500s, but there's several out there that you can use. How many do you need is going to depend on the size of the house, right? And potential level of contamination, that sort of thing. But you're going to need HEPA air scrubbers on every single job we put them. The other piece of equipment, which is so important, you guys, and I don't know how you would do wildfire scenario with odor removal and without them, and that's having your hydroxyl machine. Now, not just any hydroxyl, okay? There are a couple of hydroxyls that do really well, and they're the only two that we would recommend to use. There is one out there that is a complete waste of your money, so don't waste your money on that one. But the only two to use, there is one that's called an Boss XL3 by Odorox, which is an amazing machine. And the one that we really love is the Airbotics machine. That is incredible. So automated, all in one unit. It actually has your HEPA air scrubber built into the unit, okay? So that one is really awesome. We love that. And by the way, if you are interested in either one of those pieces of equipment, either hydroxyl, please don't buy one without contacting us first, because we do get special pricing for our students on that, all right? And we can hook you up. If you're interested in that, shoot me an email, anissa@firehouseeducation.com or kevin@firehouseeducation.com, and we can chat with you about that. But yeah, setting up 1 to 2 hydroxyls, again, depending on the size of the house and your square footage, is an absolute must. The last time we did a wildfire scenario, we actually had Tom drop ship us a pallet. We got 55 of them sent to us on a pallet and used every one of them. So we set up the hydroxyl rather on every single job, 1 or 2 depending, and 1, 2, or 3 air scrubbers depending on the size of the house and layout and that sort of thing. So those really are the two big pieces of equipment you're going to need. Now, that being said, you're going to be dealing with a lot of HVAC systems that need cleaning. If you have your own HVAC cleaning system, great, bring it and you can do that work. I don't. So what I do is I would sub that out. I'd find a really good local company that has great reviews, highly recommended, and then I would sub out my my HVAC cleaning to that person, okay? But if you have a system that's portable, maybe even have a trailer set up, you could take that and do that work yourself as well, okay? So this kind of work really is not terribly intensive when it comes to, like when you respond to a hurricane, you got a ton of air movers and a ton of dehumidifiers, and this isn't quite that so much, okay? The other thing you might have, again, is like a pressure washer, right? A power washer to clean off driveways and the outsides of houses and things like that. The other thing would be potentially window cleaning equipment, which again, we're not talking about very much money here, you guys. I mean, what's a good power washer? $300 to $500, depending on what you get. So these are not super expensive. The hydroxyls, I don't know, they're, $3,000. If you get our special pricing, can be even better than that. But yeah, I mean, this is not super intensive when it comes to equipment. So some of the things that you're going to need are really what I consider to be more like janitorial supplies, I would call it, versus equipment. So you're going to need, lots of microfiber towels, lots of cotton towels. You're going to need lots of solution. Again, I absolutely have certain solutions that I only use those because in 25 years, trust me, I found out what works the best. So I don't even mess with the other ones. You got to have 99. You got to have your wall wash. You got to have, certain things like Score and Dawn dish soap, and of course your dry cleaning sponges and things like that. But it's not a massively equipment intensive scenario, I guess is what I'm trying to stress. So it doesn't actually take a whole lot to get into that kind of cleaning work. So that's always a good thing. If you wanted to find out more information about that, go on over to firehouseeducation.com and click on blog, and you can read some other videos that I've done, or see other videos I've done and read some blog posts about that. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that helped you so much. Again, thank you all for responding to the wildfires and being there. And if you are a homeowner in the community, and have any questions for me, please be sure and reach out. Send me an email, anisa@firehouseeducation.com, and I'll help in any way I can. I've already responded to a lot of you homeowners that have called and emailed me and asked me questions. So I'm always here for you as well. All right. Well, you know the drill. If you have a question for me, be sure and send me an email, anisa@firehouseeducation.com. And in the subject line, put Ask Anisa. And you know what? If you do that and send me your question, I just might feature you on next week's Ask Anisa video column.